furniture can be customized for all different kinds of occasions, and babies are no exception. If you guys weren't aware, my wife is about 8 months pregnant with our first child. And guess what, folks? It's a girl. So what we've decided to do was to decoupage the inside of the drawers of this dresser.
The supplies that you'll need for this project are Mod Podge, a pair of scissors, a paintbrush, an old credit card, and some wrapping paper. First, you're going to start by tearing your wrapping paper into smaller pieces. We chose to make ours about 3 to 5 inches, but any size will do. And don't forget to remove the hardware. A tip that helps when removing the hardware is to make sure that you put the bolts back on so you don't lose them. Now we can pour some of our Mod Podge and get started. Make sure you wet your brush well and coat the inside of the drawers liberally. When using Mod Podge, it's especially important to do small areas at a time because it dries very quickly and we want to use it while it's still wet. Notice here how we are coating the inside of the drawers first. This is to ensure that we are getting a good bond between the wrapping paper and the drawer. Then we wet our brush again and coat the back of the wrapping paper. Now we can lay our wrapping paper back side down. Then we want to use an old credit card or a plastic gift card like we're using here to smooth it out and make sure that there are no bubbles or air pockets that could cause problems in the finish later. Be sure to add another layer of Mod Podge over top of each piece that you lay down. Repeat the process with a second piece of wrapping paper and be sure to overlap to give it that aesthetically pleasing look that we're going for. We decided to use tissue paper as well. The process is exactly the same, but the tissue paper is a little bit more fragile and difficult to work with. We found that in this case, you can get away without using the card to smooth it out, and it even gives it a little bit of a textured finish. Just be careful that it doesn't rip or tear. If it does, pull it up and add another piece, or even add pieces where the paper may have torn away. Use your card to get a crisp edge in all of the creases. Corners may be a bit difficult, but we found a trick that helped us out a bit. First, cut about 1/2 inch slit into your wrapping paper. Then, fold your wrapping paper up to that cut. Now, you're going to take and fold another fold along the cut to make a 90-degree angle, creating a corner. Don't forget to add more Mod Podge to the back of the paper. Press it firmly into place and smooth it out once again with your card. This creates a flap that you can then pull up and add more Mod Podge underneath. Next, you can press it down and use your card to smooth it out. Finally, for the edges of the drawer, we just used a pair of scissors and cut a straight line. You can also use a straight edge and an X-Acto knife for a more perfect line, but we wanted that rough, edgy, rustic look. These are all of the steps involved to decoupage the inside of a dresser drawer. Now don't forget, when you're finished, let it dry and go over it again with a second coat of Mod Podge. Now you can follow us along as we time-lapse the entire process so you can see it start to finish.
Promise straight to power.
Once you're all finished, if there are any spots where the wood is showing through, just repeat the same steps with another piece of paper, decoupage it, and wait for it to dry. Once everything is done and you're happy with what you have, don't forget to go over the whole piece one more time with more Mod Podge in order to seal it. Now you can put your hardware back on. Just be careful when pushing it through the hole to make sure that you don't damage the decoupage. There you have it, another beautiful project from BillyBlum.com. Thanks for watching, folks, and don't forget to like and subscribe.